Let's talk about probably, in my opinion, one of the most important things that you could do for yourself and all your loved ones is to get those North Stars dialed in. What am I talking about? I'm talking about those core values, which mine have changed recently, which I'm going to share with you guys here in just a moment. But getting these deals dialed in is probably one of the most important things you could do for yourself and your loved ones, because there are going to be times in your life where you're not going to have the answer. You're just not going to know. You're going to be faced with some really, really tough decisions. And in those moments, you're not going to have nothing but those North Stars to guide you, those core values. And when you have them in place, then you can be assured that you're making that decision moving forward with best intentions that are aligned with your core values, which gives you a peace of fucking mind and a personal freedom unlike none other. We got all that coming up next. Yeah.
So here's the big question. How are underdogs like us, who have all the odds stacked against us, who get counted out by everyone else and even laughed at, how do we show the world our greatness and win? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Zachary Babcock, and this is Underdog Empowerment. My name is Zachary Babcock.
What's crack-a-lackin', Underdog fam? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Zach Babcock. I'm here to help you get to the next motherfucking level in your business and life. Let's get it. Dude, today we're going to talk about these core values. I got some new core values, man. I still have the same old ones, and I've added a couple new ones. Because the cool and crazy thing about it is that as you grow and evolve, so should your core values, and so do your core values. And that's exactly what's happened here in 2021. I have reached growth exponentially, personally, that I haven't experienced in years. Like, I've been growing all these years, but this year has been a quantum leap for me in personal growth and development. And so have my core values. I've gotten those more aligned. And what's crazy cool is I don't think that I'm done yet. As I continue to develop Alpha Underdog before we launch it, matter of fact, I know I'm not done yet. But I wanted to give you guys a status update on what they are, because these same core values are more likely the same reasons why you started following me in the first place, more than likely. It could be for other reasons, but most of the time, especially if you stick around and you continue listening to UE and follow my content, it's more than likely because there's a core value alignment going on right here. So with that being said, before we get into that, I got two quick little jams that I got to share with you. One is, if you need help with podcasting, whether you're starting a podcast or you're trying to grow an existing one, and your main goal with the podcast is to grow a dominant brand with using a podcast as the tool, then we definitely want to help. That's our jam. That's our bread and butter. That's our daily get to, is what we do, is build dominant brands with podcasts. Now, you might be the person that needs more hands-on help, meaning you have more money than time. You got a successful business. You got people you got to take care of, and you just don't have time to go through a course and all that good stuff. Man, we got you, man. We got advertising services, post-production services, group coaching, all that. We can help you one-on-one in any way, shape, or form that you need to get to that result of building that dominant brand with podcasting. Or you might be the person that's, kind of just getting started, hasn't really figured that stuff out yet, and really has more time than money at this point. Regardless of who you are, go to underdogempowerment.com/podcasting and grab our offer that you see on that page for all of our courses. It says for $97. If you use promo code UNDERDOG, you're going to get it for $47. And what that's going to do for you, man, it's going to give you a roadmap and show you everything that you need to know in order to build this dominant brand using a podcast as a tool. And going back to that first person we described that has more money than time, get the course anyways. You don't have to go through the fucking courses. Just get them, and also buy that $197 strategy call that's on that same page. And what that's going to do, that's going to get you on the call more than likely with me or someone high up in our team. And we're going to be able to map out your 90-day game plan. But even more importantly, we'll be able to get you matched up with the services that are a perfect fit for you to help you dominate, so that you can be hands off and just focus on the selling part aspect of it. Go there at underdogempowerment.com/podcasting. All right. Last, one more other little thing. I'm going to keep this one super short because I want to get into the fucking content already, damn it. Last other thing is, guys, if you haven't joined the newsletter yet, the Underdog Empowerment newsletter, go fucking join it up. I'm serious, man. Reason why I'm urging this and pushing this hardcore, man, we're living in a crazy ass world nowadays, man. They're censoring all this shit, man. It's wild. It's really fucking wild. And in order to protect that, because they are censoring everything, get on that fucking newsletter just in case they ever fucking shut this podcast down, or if they ever fucking ban the Facebook group or whatever. Who fucking knows? You could say I like Trump and they fucking cancel your ass. I don't know. But underdogempowerment.com/subscribe. That's where it's at. Subscribe there. Get on the newsletter. We got a lot of kick-ass content in that newsletter, by the way. Each and every week we put up a really, really in-depth, informative newsletter for you that helps you achieve goals related to around marketing your business mostly, but also other shit, mind, body, soul, relationships, finance. So get on that newsletter, underdogempowerment.com/subscribe. All right, let's dive into it, man. Let's fucking do this. The core values, man, they're your North Stars. For us, it's for our company and for me personally, it's how I make every single decision that I make. At least I try to. Everything has to be in alignment with those core values. Every single hiring decision, firing decision, promoting, recognition, all that is based off these core values. Anytime that we're faced with an opportunity to move forward, when we go back to our core values, does it align? Yes. Okay. Maybe we might take this. Does it? No. Oh, no way. Anytime we're faced with a difficult decision or any obstacles, core values. It's every fucking thing, dude. That's just in business alone. In life too, dude. Like I live my life. I make this podcast and I specifically don't go back and cut out the ahs and the ums and all that other shit, because the first core value that we have is fucking lead with the light. Do what you say you're going to do. Do the right thing. That's the first core value. And for me, that's being real, being you. I don't need to polish my shit and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I just like being raw, dude. And so that's one reason why I do it. But let's dive into it, man. So yeah, core value number 1, lead with the light. Do what you say you're going to do. Do the right thing. That's been that's one of the old core values that carried over into this new one. We got 8 of them total. But dude, I'm a firm believer. You know, there's a lot of evil in this world, and there's a lot of suffering in life that's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. There's unavoidable, or whatever you call it, suffering that you're gonna face in life. All right. But I believe by doing what you know in your heart is the right thing to do is the best way to operate. And if you operate that way, then good things will always come to you. Now, I know it sounds like a little woo-woo-ish or whatever, but that's my fucking belief, and that's what I ride and die by, and that's one of my that's why it's number 1 on the core value list, is do the fucking right thing. And because I know from experience by doing the fucking right thing that it does come back around. And when you do the wrong thing, it always comes back around too. So what goes around does come around. Do the fucking right thing, lead with the light, and I think a lot of good things will come your way. And as a result, you know, it's a funny story, man. One time, this was last year in like October of 2020, right around there, we had a client come on, and he was in the middle of moving from New York to Dallas. And he was a new client, and he had just hired us because his old production team dropped the ball big time. And so they hired us. And so he's in the middle of this move, got all this shit going on. And he was getting he never missed a Wednesday upload, and he was uploading this stuff to us, right? And he had podcasts for over a year, never missed a single Wednesday upload. Well, anyways, he sent us an episode, and it was a little bit over 24 hours from the publish date. And we have a 5 business day turnaround time at Podcast Powertrain. And so like, that's cutting it a little close. And so what I did is I went back in there and I got our podcast editor together, and then I was doing all the rest of the stuff because we have a show notes person, we have a graphic artist, all this other stuff. But I was in there doing the production side of it, and what I noticed, not only did we get it done so that he can not miss that publish date while he's in the middle of that move, I also noticed that his old company didn't even fucking put episode numbers on any of his podcasts. And so my OCD got kicking in, but really what really kicked in was like, well, even though weren't paid to go back and change all of his old shit, we're just working on his new shit. We're going to do the right thing here because we want all of his shit looking good. All right. And that also ties into our second core value that I'm going to share, or another core value that I'm going to share here with you. But we went there and fucking changed it all 50 something episodes of his, one by one, went and fucking added episode titles. Took over an hour to do all that shit and didn't expect anything in return, but it just felt fucking good doing the right thing. And by doing that, not only have we retained that client, but he's sent us probably more referrals than anybody else I know that's ever sent us referrals. And we've had a lot of referral partners. And so shit like that, we weren't expecting that, but hey, you do the right thing, it comes back around. Do the fucking right thing. It's as simple as that. Next up, now this is a new core value that I've added to the list. It's always been a core value of mine, but I didn't have it like for everyone in our company to see, and I didn't have it like written down as like a thing for me. It's just something that I've always been drawn to, but now I recognized it recently and now I'm all about it. But it's simple as freedom. Freedom is a fucking core value of mine. Obviously I fucking spent a large chunk of my life in and out of boys' homes, group homes, detention centers, juveniles as a kid, and then over 5 years of my life in prison as an adult. I value my fucking freedom because I know what it's like not to have the freedom. So freedom is huge for me. And even more so now today with this fucking bullshit that we're getting attacked on left and right with this fucking Rona and fucking equality bullshit. It's all masked as what those two things I just mentioned is masked as that. But what it really is, it's fucking really communism and slavery in disguise that they're trying to peddle and push upon us. I'm not going to go down that fucking rabbit hole, but they're fucking attacking our freedom, bro. And if you can't see that, man, come on, man. But yeah, freedom's huge for me. I value the fuck out of my freedom and I'll die for mine, straight up. So there's another core value. You got to have that freedom to do. I truly believe that without freedom, then it kills the human spirit. Freedom empowers us to go out and create greatness, our creativeness. It's just all those things that you just don't get without freedom. So it's huge for me. Our third core value, man, excellence is a standard. Go to war with the past self. Commitment to lifelong mastery. 1% better than yesterday. Bro, that's right along with that story I told you about with our client that was making that move from New York to Dallas. Not only was it the right thing to do, but we're committed to excellence. We're not good is not enough for us, So we could have just went through there and like, oh yeah, he doesn't have episode titles. Oh well, that would have been good enough because it's cool. But no, excellence, going by one through all 50 something, 51, 52 of those episodes and fixing it. That right there is commitment to excellence, man. Every time. Like if it's half-assed, if it's okay, if it's just like good enough, no, we're not fucking putting that shit out, man. It's got to be excellent. Now, we don't fall into that trap of perfection and perfecting shit we put out, but we do an excellent job in all that we do. We strive for excellence because how you do one thing is how you do all things. And if you strive for excellence, you're going to be shitting on the competition most of the time. So that's another huge core value of ours. Number 4, this is a new one. Keep your home in order. Ah, man. If you can't even keep your home in order, how the fuck are you going to lead an organization or fucking a following of people if that's your thing? Like, you got to keep the home in order. That's first and foremost. In my opinion, man, that's one of the most important. It's probably the best things that we can do as parents is keeping our home in order and teaching our kids. It starts at home. You want to change the world, start it at home. Change your home. Work on your shit. You know what I'm saying? And so keeping the home in order, keep holding the kids accountable to keeping the house in order and in shape and things running smoothly. And what I mean by order is like you have a family dinner, a present family dinner every night. You have a family night every single week. That's shit about keeping your meal prep is done. Like that's keeping your fucking home in order. All of your shit's ready to go, so you're ready to perform. That's huge right there. Really big. It wasn't on the list until recently, to this year, so I really got dialed in on it. Number 5, we're moving through these. Focus. This is a new one too. Focus on what you can control. Dude, I learned this through the hard way of, and I learned this lesson in prison, but then I fucked up after I got out, got in situations and didn't stay true to the lesson I learned. That happens sometimes. It's okay. It's just another reminder of it coming up so it can teach you again and ingrain it into you. But too many times where we'd run into a problem and I'd start trying to fix it all and getting anxiety because I'm trying to fix shit that I don't even have control over. But if I just stay focused on only the things that I can control, and I keep excellence as my standard on those things that I can control, then I'm doing my fucking part. And then I got a peace of mind right there. And then by me focusing on what I can control in the situation, maybe other people in that situation, it rubs off on them and they focus on what they can control. You get where I'm going with that? It's really important, man. There's no sense in trying to fucking worry and stress out about over shit that you can't control. It's just no point in it at all. All right, man. Number 6. This is an important one. Have fun. Man, have fun. Enjoy and appreciate right now. Live in the present moment. Dude, up until this year, I wasn't having fun. I mean, I was having fun dominating and winning and shit, but I wasn't being present a lot. And I wasn't doing a lot of shit fun outside of business. Like, business was my life. I sacrificed everything else for it, and that was a big mistake. And I was missing out on a lot because of that. But I'm so fucking glad that I did change my shit, because now, dude, I'm having that fun. I fucking spend present time with my family every fucking day. Like, that's more important to me than the business now. And I feel more alive and more fulfilled because of it, because I just can't get that fulfillment just from the business itself. There's more to life than just business. Business is important. I fucking love business, but it's not everything. And I'm so glad that I started having fun, and more importantly, being present. Those are big. Number 7, this is a new one as well. Be fluid and mobile. React to the present moment. Dude, this is so important, man. As we grow and develop, men specifically, I think this is true for women too, but I know for sure with men, as we get older, we get more set and rigid in our ways. And, you can't, that old saying, you can't teach an old dog a new trick. Very true, man. Unless you remain fluid and mobile and be able to react to the present moment. Because, man, what got you here ain't going to get you there. And what worked in the past, necessarily won't work tomorrow. And so you got to be able to adapt your strategy to the current times, to the moment, and be able to fucking adapt. And the good thing that I got going for me is, like, I'm a fucking chameleon, because I could fucking blend in the middle of fucking a prison yard or in the fucking rich ass neighborhood. It don't matter. I could blend right in. I kind of stick out in the rich parts because I got a big ass beard and the tattoos, but I can still fit in, put on a nice outfit and be cool. You know what I'm saying? And I can jam with anybody. I could talk to people, like a wide range of people, really poor mindset, like fucking almost lunatic, crazy, homeless people I can have conversations with, to fucking super wealthy, fucking 9,000 levels deep into the game fucking motherfuckers. Either one. I can hold those conversations. So I got it going, but it's because it's a core value of being able to adapt to whatever I need to in order to win. So it's a big, man. You get too caught up in your own ways, and it's a really good way of getting your ass handed to you. Last but not least, and this is an older one. This is one that's been around. Leadership through action. Take initiative and responsibility and solves problems. Man, here's the truth, man. That's what we look for in our companies, people that take initiative and responsibility and they solve problems. And we do that by leading by example and doing that ourselves. Because here's the deal, at the end of the day, everything wrong in your life, it's your fucking fault. Whether you might have a counter argument, like, no, it's just my wife that da-da-da-da, or no, it's just my friend that da-da-da, or no, it's just my boss that da-da-da-da, whatever, who the fuck it is. It's really them doing it and you tolerating and accepting it. All right. If you didn't fucking want it in your life, you can get it out of your life. Yeah, they might have harsh consequences. Well, I can't do that because then that would happen. Whatever, man. You're tolerating it, though. You know, you can make drastic changes. You just don't want to go through the pain because we don't like change a lot because that's just how we're wired as humans. But at the end of the day, you can take the initiative and the responsibility and you can solve the fucking problem. It's just all up on you. That's with everybody in life. Everything is our own fault and you can fix it. You just got to choose to fucking do the hard work. And that's why it's a core value of ours. Those are the fucking core values as of right now. Guys, they will probably change. I might be adding some to that. I might condense it in a way, like figure out a way to get it down to less values, but that's what's driving us right now. And that's a good high probability that you're jamming out on UE and checking out my content in other places is because you align with those core values in one way or another. That's more than likely the reason why we're jamming out. You might have got introduced to me from like a friend, or I might have came across in a news feed somewhere or whatever, but you stuck around because of those core values. And that's why they're important. That's how you build an organization. It's how you build a strong foundation within your own family. It's how you attract the right people in life, is by having those core values and displaying them and living them. That's another key, is living them. I guess we could have another episode about that another time. But until then, much love as always. Dude, we got a lot of kick-ass content coming your way. I'm focusing a lot on more solo shit, but the guests that I do have on, they're on there for a reason. A lot of it's going to be with this shit that I'm doing with healing these traumas and working on my demons and shit, doing that inner shadow work, which I'm doing my first MDMA-assisted psychotherapy session in September. I'll be keeping you guys updated on how that goes, how I progress through that, and what comes up, all the nasty shit, and what I'm dealing with. And they say, a lot of times that it gets worse before it gets greater, but it does get greater if you do the work. So I'm excited about that. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the new UE newsletter. I'm going to stress that again. underdogempowerment.com/subscribe. Go to that right now and get on that email list just in case they start getting crazy with the censorship. Plus, there's a lot of kick-ass content there anyways. Until then, I will see you guys on the next episode next week. Stay great. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the Underdog Empowerment Podcast at www.underdogempowerment.com.
Never underestimate the underdog. We put them hours in to bring them dollars in. It's that underdog empowerment. We put them hours in to bring them dollars in.
My name is Zachary Bell.